Hey guys, it's Charlie, and this is one of my 30 videos in 30 days of informational videos on working, teaching, and living abroad. Today is day 13. The days are going by so fast that I keep getting all of the numbers mixed up. But today's video is actually not a teaching video. It's geared toward people who are looking to work abroad and not do teaching. So this is about non-teaching jobs abroad. So I'm not really going to talk about what specific jobs you can get, but I'm going to tell you this can be any type of job that you can think of that you would do in your own country, you can do abroad. And I'm going to mention in this video 3 things of why I think you can be able to do these jobs, what helps you get these jobs, and why people are able to get these jobs. So it's not like teaching. Teaching is like one of the #1 jobs that you can get abroad so quickly like this. It's very easy for English speakers to go abroad and get an English teaching job. It's one of the main jobs that people who are looking to travel get. But you can, and it's very possible, to get a non-teaching job abroad. So the answer is yes. Non-teachers can find other jobs abroad. And now, the next part of this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 things that I think make it possible for you to get the job. The first thing that I'm going to mention is the visa. If you already have a work visa in the country, then it makes it a lot easier for people to hire you. The main problem that people have with hiring is the visa requirement. And you have to check on the visa requirements for the country that you're looking to go to and how easy it is to get a work visa. You might have to have a job before you can get the visa. You might be able to get the visa without having the job on hand. So this is something that you have to really think about and look into, are the visa requirements. Because a company isn't really going to want to work super hard to get you a visa when they can get someone else who is from the country, who has, they live there, and they can hire them so easily. So I'm going to talk about this in the 3rd step. If you already have a visa, this makes it so easy. But if the visa requirements aren't that difficult to get a visa, once you get a job, so once you find a job that wants you, that's a non-teaching job, if the visa process is really easy once you get the job, then they'll be a little more willing to hire a foreigner because the process isn't so difficult. But if it's really hard to get a working visa, then it's going to be a little less of an incentive to hire a foreigner. So you have to look into the visa process, because if you, for example, are married to someone from the country, it's a lot easier to get a visa. Okay, moving on to number 2. Number 2 is your language fluency. Now, there are different levels of fluency, and there are different, maybe you can get around in the country fine with the language. Maybe you can have basic conversation, things like that. But what a lot of employers are looking for is for you to speak the language. If this is a regular job where you're not using English, you're not teaching English, you're going to need to learn the language and you're going to need to be fluent. Unless this is a job where they want you to speak English. So you have to kind of think about that. For example, are you going to be is this job or the position geared towards foreigners, where you're mostly directly talking to foreigners who are visiting the country and speak English, or whatever language it is that you speak? So you have to think about this. No one is going to want to hire a foreigner if they need to know the language and you don't speak the language. And most jobs in other countries that are regular jobs, and by regular jobs I'm not saying that teaching English isn't a regular job, but that are just, day-to-day jobs that are non-teaching, they usually require you to know the language. Think about it. Bank workers, doctors, things like that. These all require you to speak with people and know the native language. So if you're getting a non-teaching job, you're most likely going to need to be fluent. Unless the specific position requires, or there's some type of benefit you can shoot off to that employer that, you need me because I speak English and I can work with this group of people in the company or the customers. But normally, any job is going to require you to know the native language and to be fluent. And why would someone want to hire an employee that is not completely fluent when they can just get someone who already knows the language and is from the country? So you need to be up and on it with your language skills, because you need to have something to put on the table. Which leads me to number 3, which is you need to have something to bring to the table. If you don't have any skills in the field that you're applying to or you're looking to be hired, there's no reason for an employer to want to hire a foreigner if you're not bringing anything special to the table. So if you don't have any special skill or unique quality that you can bring to the company or group, why would they want to go out and go through the process of having to do the visa and you don't know the language if you don't have something to bring to the table? So make sure that whatever you're trying to do, you have a unique quality, or you have, the enthusiasm to bring to the company. Whatever skill it is that you can bring that is very unique to the company, because it's a lot of work hiring a foreigner. And a lot of companies haven't, done the process of hiring a foreigner for native positions. And so you need to have a really specific quality for them to really want to hire you. So while you're looking for jobs abroad that are non-teaching, remember these 3 qualities. Look for the visa requirements. Make sure if you're not 100% fluent in the language, start learning the language so you can have, basic conversation and all of that. And most importantly, make sure you're up on your skills, that your skills are something unique, that they would want to hire a foreigner and not, go for what is usual and normal for them. So I hope that this video helped you guys. I'm really trying to push out all of these videos to help you guys get inspired to go abroad, whether it's teaching or not. There are so many cool things to see, discover, and experience abroad. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching and submitting your video requests. This was a subscriber question. I will be doing a few other videos on non-teaching jobs abroad, sharing some websites that I know with you guys. In this video, I just wanted to share the 3 top things and reasons why I think a company will and will not hire you. So thank you for watching and subscribing. Be sure to check out my website, blackpearlworld.com. Leave your questions in the guest book, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. First, the first thing I'm going to say is that yes, you can teach abroad as a non-teacher.